Well, okay, welcome back to another installment of the CB500 project. We had a little problem after we did the alignment. It still wasn't lining up, so pulled the bars off, and guess what? I had some bent handlebars. These are bent. So what I did was I went ahead and bought me some new handlebars, but instead of doing the normal thing, I went with a different set of bars. These are the bars for a CB500X, which of course means the throttle cables and the clutch cables are not long enough now. So I have ordered new throttle cables. There's a push and a pull cable, and I've ordered a new clutch cable. So when those come in, I'll make another video showing the process of changing those out. I've made a little workaround. You can get the cables to work if you reroute them, but for me, I like things to be stock. I like them to be in the original clamps. I just feel a little bit better. But today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be changing out the 15-tooth sprocket and putting on the 16-tooth. So we'll come around here and we'll get a look at what's involved in this project. Okay, so we're going to take this cover off. We're also going to remove this shift cable. So let's go ahead and do that, and we can just set that out of the way. So that's out of the way, and we're going to take this cover off. Got these broke loose already. We also have to take this cable off. It's just a simple little pinch style. Set that out of the way. Looks like we have another clip back here. So two clips, one here and one there. We've got ourselves something growing in here. Okay, so here's our sprocket, and here is this thing. Basically just keeps the chain from doing damage to everything else if it breaks. From what I understand, we're not going to have to grind that down. The clearance should be okay. So now what we need to do is take the tension off of the chain by breaking the rear axle loose and scooching the rear wheel forward to lower the chain, and then we'll get that broke loose. Maybe we'll break that loose. We're in first gear right now, so I'm hoping that'll hold the sprocket while we break that loose. That's 54 Newton meters, I think, is what I understand, to retorque. So we're gonna see if we can't just break that loose, and then later we'll get a torque wrench on that. It looks like this is a 14 mil. So we've got the socket on there. I've got me a little breaker bar here, and we'll see if we can't break that loose. Okay, well, that was surprisingly easy to break loose. We're going to leave that there, and we're not going to take this bolt off yet. We're going to go ahead around to the back wheel and see if we can't get the tension off the chain by pushing the back wheel forward. So let's go do that. Okay, it looks like we have a 24 right here. So we're breaking that loose. Give that a few turns. Yep, so I think we've got some play in our rear wheel. Now we're going to loosen these guys up so that we can push everything forward. Should be good to go. And this is the part of the video where I lost my mic, so I have no audio for a little bit. But basically everything I took off, I just put it back on in reverse. I torqued the sprocket down to 54 Newton meters, torqued that 24 mil nut on the back axle down, and everything went back together super easy. We put about 1.25 inches of slack in the chain, which is what Honda recommends. And yeah, it was all pretty easy. It all took me about 30 minutes. Okay, man, so we got these little lock nuts torqued down, a 12 and a 14, and we got our big 24 mil to lock the axle down. So everything is tightened up and our new sprocket is in place. We've got our shield back on, and we have our handy dandy new handlebars and new grips. So what we're going to do next is, I think we're going to take it for a ride. So let's see if we can notice a difference. Hey, there I am right there.
Okay, so let's go to work. Well, I can actually already tell a difference. First gear is not jumpy. Usually when I just like barely hit the throttle, it's like jerky. Yeah, this is better. I would normally be way up on the revs. Oh yeah, this is fantastic. Wow. Okay. I'm glad I did this. I haven't even gotten up to speed and I'm just already super glad that I did this. Man, this is great. Oh, these new handlebars, I'm telling you. If you have a CB500F, put some X bars on them. I tell you what, it is nice. And this is where I crashed. Those giant potholes right there, you see those? Yeah, that's where I bit the dust. Here we go. Oh my goodness. This is an enormous difference. Oh wow. Yeah, this is just so much smoother. It even shifts smoother. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad I did this. Check it out. Wow. So many memories. It's just crazy what your childhood home does to you. You know, it shapes you in a way. Check it out, man. That's the McAfee's old house.
Well, I just decided to go ahead and do my closing comments here since we got us a nice backdrop. I am super glad that I did that sprocket change, man. I tell you, it made a huge difference. I am very happy that I put that on there. It is a lot more comfortable to ride. I'm also really enjoying the tail bag. I think I put some Tide Pods and some wasp spray in it earlier, and had a lot more room in there to spare. You could fit a whole helmet in there. You could fit a few days of clothes, probably pack lunch, all that good stuff in there. So next thing we're going to do is do some cable management. I've got the throttle cables on the way and the clutch cable. We're also going to put the windshield on and see how we like that. But today was a huge success, and I love how the bike rides now. A lot more tame, which, you know, some guys may not want that, and I totally get that. If you want fast acceleration, this is not the mod for you. But for somebody like me who just wants something to be smooth, this was a good move. Really, really like it. Really, really happy with it. We're making steady progress getting this bike ready for the Choctaw Nation. Look out!